You grow up in Boca Raton. Your mother runs a communications company. Your father owns a graphic design firm. They split when you're 8, not messy, just over. 2 households, 2 bedrooms, scheduled weekends. Your childhood gets divided like a custody agreement. You're small for your age. Big voice, bigger eyes, you sing at a karaoke bar on a cruise ship when you're 8. Adults stop talking. That moment when a room goes quiet because something unexpected is happening. You feel it. The shift. Attention like gravity. You want more of it. Your mother drives you to auditions. Community theater first. Annie, Wizard of Oz, you're always the lead or the understudy. Never the chorus. You can't blend in even when you try. Your voice sits on top of every group number like oil on water. A casting director sees you in a local production when you're 13. Asks if you'd consider New York. Your mother quits her job. You move to Manhattan. 1-bedroom apartment in Hell's Kitchen. You sleep on a pull-out couch. Your mother sleeps in the bedroom. Your father stays in Florida. He calls on Sundays. The calls get shorter. You book a Nickelodeon show at 16, not the lead, the funny best friend. Red hair, loud, ridiculous. The character's name is Kat. You play dumb so well people forget you're acting. The show tapes in Los Angeles. You move again, your mother comes, your father doesn't. You're making money now, not rich but steady. Residuals, appearance fees, merchandise cuts. You're on lunchboxes. Kids recognize you at the Grove. You smile for every photo. Your face starts to hurt from smiling. The show runs for 4 years. You're good at it. Consistent, professional. You hit your marks, nail the punchlines, never complain about the 14-hour days, but something's calcifying inside you. You're 19 playing 15, wearing pink and polka dots, talking in a voice that isn't yours. You go home to your apartment and practice runs in the bathroom. Whitney, Mariah, Celine. Your real voice, the one you're not allowed to use on camera. It feels like keeping a wild animal in a closet. You start posting song covers on YouTube, just you and a piano. No costumes, no character. The views climb. 100,000, 1,000,000, 5,000,000. The comments say the same thing. We had no idea. Record labels start calling. Republic Records offers a deal. You're still under contract with Nickelodeon, but they let you record an album between seasons. The first single drops in March. Pop R&B big chorus. It goes top 10. You perform it on the show. Kat Valentine singing a real song. The dissonance is intentional. You're showing them who's underneath. Your first album debuts at #1. You're 20. You go on tour. Small theaters, 15 songs, an hour 15 set. You wear short skirts and high boots and sing in your full voice for the first time in front of thousands. The feeling is religious. This is what you were supposed to be doing the whole time. Not pretending to be stupid for kids. Not playing a character, just singing. The applause after the last song sounds like permission. Then the show ends and you're free. Second album, bigger budget. You work with producers who have done Beyoncé, Rihanna, Justin. You're in studios in LA, New York, London. You record 40 songs, keep 12. The label wants more up-tempo. You fight for the ballads. You win some, lose some. The single they choose is a mid-tempo thing about being into someone. It's fine, not what you would have picked. It goes #1 anyway. You date a YouTube star. He's got 10 million followers, does comedy sketches, seems harmless. It's public immediately. Paparazzi outside restaurants. Fans dissecting every Instagram post. You're 21 and you've never had a private relationship. Every fight is a headline. Every date is content. He proposes after a year. You say yes because saying no feels like admitting failure in front of 50 million people. You're engaged for 6 months. You break it off. The internet has opinions. You stop reading comments. You meet a rapper at an awards show. He's older, successful, confident in a way that feels like solid ground. You date quietly for a while. Then his ex-wife starts talking. Then the timelines don't match. Then you're the other woman in a narrative you didn't agree to. The headlines are vicious. Homewrecker. Spoiled. Entitled, you're 22. You don't leave your house for a week. Your mother brings you food. You don't eat it. This is the first time fame feels like punishment. Third album, you have more control now. More say in the songs, the producers, the sound. You want it darker, more personal. You write about the breakup, the headlines, the feeling of being reduced to a scandal. The label wants it lighter. Pop is doing well. Why change? You compromise. Some songs are yours. Some songs are theirs. The album does well. Not as well as the second. The tour sells out anyway. Manchester happens on a Tuesday. You're 23. 22 songs into a show at an arena. You're backstage during the encore break. Then the sound. Not pyro, not equipment. Wrong, security moves fast. You're rushed out a side exit into a van. You don't know what happened yet, just that something did. You're in a hotel room when you find out. Bomb. Suicide bomber. 22 dead. Kids. parents, your fans, people who came to see you sing. You stop functioning, not dramatically. Quietly, you sit in that hotel room and you can't move, can't think. The guilt is immediate and total. They came to see you, you brought them there, the logic doesn't matter. The feeling is bigger than logic. Your team talks about statements, benefits, responses. You can't hear them, you're underwater. You go back, 13 days later. Benefit concert. One Love Manchester. You organize it with your manager. Every artist you can call. The venue holds 50,000. You sing with everyone. Coldplay, Miley, Katie, Justin. You close the show with Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Your voice cracks twice. No one cares. The performance isn't about technique. It's about showing up. You raise $23 million. It doesn't fix anything. But you show up. You don't tour for a year after that. You can't. The thought of another arena, another crowd, another night where something could happen. You have panic attacks before studio sessions. You see a therapist 3 times a week. She teaches you breathing exercises. They don't work. You start taking something for anxiety. It works too well. You stop after 2 months because you don't recognize yourself. You date a comedian. He's sweet, makes you laugh, feels safe. You move in together. It's fast, but everything in your life is fast. You get a pig. You cook together. You do normal things. For a few months, it feels like you're playing house and it's working. Then his career blows up. Then he's gone as much as you are. Then the balance tips. You break up, it's mutual and sad. You keep the pig. 4th album. You write it in 3 months. It's about trauma and survival and not being okay. It's the most honest thing you've ever made. The label hears it and panics. Too dark, too personal. Where are the singles? You don't budge. This one's yours. They compromise on the marketing. The album drops with minimal promo. It debuts at #1. It sweeps the Grammys. You win Best Pop Vocal Album. You cry accepting it, not cute crying, ugly, snotty, can't talk crying. The industry sees it as a comeback. You see it as just surviving in public. You start dating a real estate agent. Not famous, not in the industry. Normal. He doesn't understand your world, and that's the appeal. He asks why you need 6 security guards at dinner. You can't explain it in a way that doesn't sound insane. He meets your fans and seems confused by the intensity. You realize you need someone who gets it. You break up after 5 months, it's not his fault. You meet someone new at a party, another musician, he gets it. The schedule, the pressure, the weird math of being public. You date for months before anyone finds out, it feels like a miracle. Then TMZ gets a photo. Then it's everywhere. Then the privacy is gone. You try to keep going like nothing changed. But it did. Every date is a performance. Every kiss has an audience. It ends after. You're tired of losing things to the same machine that made you. 5th album, pure pop. Big choruses, huge production. You're not running from the darkness, you're just tired of living in it. The album is about wanting to feel good. Thank You next drops as a single. It's about gratitude for exes. It names them. The internet loses its mind. The song goes #1 in 38 countries. It stays there for weeks. You film a video that references Mean Girls, Legally Blonde, Bring It On. It gets 55 million views in 24 hours. You're not just a pop star now. You're a cultural event. The album breaks records. Most streams in a week. Most simultaneous top 40 hits. You're 25 and you're the biggest pop star on the planet. The tour is stadiums. 60,000 people a night. The production is massive. Dancers, sets, costume changes, pyro. You rehearse for 2 months. Every detail is planned to the second. You're not just singing anymore. You're running a military operation that happens to involve music. You start dating someone on your team, a dancer. It's easy because he's already there. You see him every day. It escalates fast. You get engaged after weeks. You get matching tattoos. You move in together. From the outside, it looks impulsive. From the inside, it feels like grabbing onto something solid while everything else is spinning. The tabloids have a field day. Too fast. Rebound. Disaster waiting to happen. You ignore them. Then you start fighting. Small stuff that becomes big stuff. His career, your schedule, the fact that you're never not working. You break up after a year. The tattoos stay. Your grandfather dies. You're on tour. You fly home between shows. The funeral is small. Family only. You sit in the back and try not to be recognized. It doesn't work. Someone takes a photo. It's online before you leave the cemetery. You're exhausted, not physically. Existentially, every private moment becomes public property. Every grief is content. You go back on tour because 60,000 people have tickets and contracts don't care about feelings. You start seeing someone else. Another musician. Older, established, seems stable. It's good for a while, then the patterns repeat. Distance, schedules, the impossibility of being 2 people whose lives happen in public. You realize the problem isn't them. It's the life. You can't have a normal relationship when nothing about your existence is normal. You break up. You stop dating. You get more dogs. Sixth album, you record it during lockdown. The world stops, and for the first time in 15 years, so do you. You're in a house, not a hotel. You sleep past 6 a.m. You cook. You remember what boredom feels like. The album is made in sweats, no makeup, no pressure. It's R&B leaning, softer, more vocal runs. You're showing off, but in a way that feels like joy, not proof. It debuts at #1. You're surprised. You shouldn't be. You do a tiny tour. Intimate venues. 3,000 people instead of 60,000. You stand on stage with just a mic and a band and you sing for 2 hours. No pyro, no dancers, just the voice. The reviews say it's your best performance work ever. You agree. This is what it was supposed to feel like the whole time. You fall in love again, quietly, with someone outside the industry. You don't post about it, you don't talk about it, you keep it in a box labeled mine. It lasts longer than anything else because it's not feeding the machine. Then it ends anyway, not because of fame, just because sometimes things end. You're okay with it. Growth looks like not needing a relationship to prove you're fine. You're 30, you've been famous for half your life. You've sold 90 million records, won 2 Grammys, headlined stadiums on 4 continents. You've been engaged 3 times, you've survived a terrorist attack, you've had your trauma packaged and sold back to you as inspiration. You've been a character, a brand, a headline, a scandal, a comeback, a legend. You sit in your house in Los Angeles. The dogs are asleep. The lights are low. You hear a song on the radio, not yours, someone else's. It's good. You think about calling your manager to see who produced it. Then you don't, you just listen. You grew up wanting to be heard. Now you're heard by millions. The loneliness is different than you expected. Not the absence of people. The presence of too many, all of them knowing a version of you that isn't complete. There's no retirement from this. No alumni network, just the next album. The next tour. The next headline. You're not complaining, you chose this, but choosing something doesn't mean you understood the price. Somewhere right now, a kid is singing into a hairbrush, imagining what it's like to be you. You hope they make it. You hope they don't.